Don't you fret, it's time for a summer creative reset with the new and improved Adobe Office Hours. Woo! Hey Nick,
And it rhymed.
Hey Benny,
It rhymed.
Hey Benny. Wave
What's
down
up,
at Benny.
Benny? There he is down there.
We got a little Benny. If you're just joining us for the first time, we are Adobe Office Hours. We look a little bit different because we have been going through and rebranding the show with you, the community, the chat. And so we are going to go back to that in a few weeks. But we are here with a little bit of a new look and some new announcements happening down below with our friend Benny.
Yeah.
I'm Andrew Hockrottle, as it says here.
I'm Nick Longo.
As it says.
Almost there.
Also there. Yes, there we go.
There.
So as you can see, Benny's telling us down there, if you want to submit your portfolios, you can, adobe.ly/live review. We're doing portfolio reviews on Fridays. We're not doing them, actually. Our friend Ruben is doing them. But if you want to submit, you can do that right here on Office Hours. All right, Nick, what are we talking about today? It's getting into like July. So what does that mean?
How did it happen? Summer is here, and we want to help you guys out with a little summer reset. These are 10 things designers can do right now. I almost feel like, do you feel like everyone's a little bit on a break? You might still have your full time, and
Nick,
everybody's
I am the most on a break I possibly could be. This is my last week of work, and then I'm off next week, and then I'm leaving the country for 2 weeks. So I am.
There you go. Yes.
I am ready for a summer creative reset. And yes, we want you to keep leveling up your creative careers and keep improving, but sometimes you need a good reset. And I think that is what we're going to talk about today. So hopefully you enjoy it and hopefully you get some reset out of it. Nick, where are you in your creative journey? Do you need a reset?
I do. And most of my reset is not designing for a little bit. I think full burnout over the last 8 months with school, clients, all these other things. It's like to have school off right now is taking a lot off my plate, but I just realized I need a little bit of a reset from designing. So the stuff we're doing and talking about here is really relevant because it's the other stuff you could be doing. You know, those things where you say, if only I had the time to do blank. Well, now you can.
Yep, 100%. Yeah. So let's hop in and let's talk about what we can do. And this is the first one. And I actually think that I might do this over this break, Nick. It's been a while. I think it's time to rebuild, refresh, and reboot your portfolio.
Yes, this one's for both of us.
It's for both of us. I think I have a lot of work for a lot of clients that I am not supportive of anymore. So I kind of have had the thought to go back and redo my portfolio as all personal projects and copy the styles and copy just the vibe and the look and create it all for me and see if I can improve on past work and then also just have it for myself. I think would be interesting. So let's go ahead and walk through these steps of how we can start this creative reset of rebuilding and refreshing and rebooting our portfolios. Nick, what do we do first if this is our choice?
I love this one. Take a hard look and see if your portfolio still reflects not only your best work, but just your work, right? Like everything that's in there. I think the last few people I've gone through and did a portfolio review with, I had no problem telling them there were 2 or 3 things in there that you just got to get rid of, out right now, right? And then I looked at mine and I was like, yeah, there's a few things I can truly retune or maybe even take out because I think at a certain time, there is a timestamp or a window that relevant work works for your current portfolio, right?
Yep.
And I think it's a smart move to kind of time this with maybe the summer break. Maybe this is a good chance to do that. Look through your portfolio. Is there anything that's wow, I've gotten a lot better since then? Okay, cool. Take it out or spruce it up. Do something nice to kind of make it better.
100%. And never feel bad about that. We all grow and we all change and we all have work that we're not proud of anymore. And sometimes the work that you're super excited about is the one that needs to go. And you kind of need to be okay with that. And with that, Nick, we're going to go into a new segment that I just made up right now called Kill Your Portfolio. And what we're going to do is I'm going to look at my website and your website, and each of us are going to pick one project that we should remove from our portfolios. This is a fun one. I like this. Okay, so I'm going to start here on mine. And a lot of this is work that, again, was from the past, that was from clients that, I don't want to show, but I like the work. I think that I have one in mind. If I was to remove one from my portfolio, I think that it would be like this whole section. So like this was for a beekeeper that ended up not happening, but then it ended up turning into like a candle brand somewhere.
Yes. Okay.
And then this, I just think is like not as interesting as I thought it was now.
It stops the flow of like your creativity vibe.
Yes.
And now it's like, oh, a conservative branded company here.
Yes, 100%. Right? Especially when we're looking at like this photography stuff that's kind of sprinkled in here. And then it's just like, and I agree. Then it's corporate. So I think that I want to take that out. This little section here doesn't feel the most relevant to me. Nick, let's look at your website.
Oh, I know exactly what's going.
Okay. Tell us. I like this. Ooh, we should do more like just ragging on our own work more often. Big fan.
I love it.
Okay, we're loading the website. I don't know why it's taking a second to load. Give us a minute here, chat.
Yeah. So if you're considering this, I think in most cases it's something maybe at the bottom of your work area. So if you go to the work area, at the top.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the best solution. Just go to the very bottom and see what's going on.
That's true.
And is it loading or not?
It's not.
Ooh, technical difficulties.
I know. /word. Oh, hello.
Oh, please hold.
Hello.
There we go.
Okay. Loading.
Okay.
Let me get to the work page.
Go into work. If it doesn't show up, it's again something from very long time ago. I keep it in there because I thought it had some cachet, but in most cases, it's probably doing me harm being in there.
Yes.
Because it doesn't. There's been so much more work since then that I am so much more proud of and would be happy to show off.
Yes. So Nick, I don't know why the internet is taking so long.
We are just having technical difficulties.
That's fine. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let it load in a little while and we'll come back to it. So
Good.
Don't be afraid to take things out of your portfolio. And Nick, do you have any projects that you've done that you would put back into your back into your portfolio, but projects you've done but you haven't like posted about that you put into your portfolio?
No, I have like 3 case studies that need to be made. I think Instagram is a great way to kind of get those out there really quickly and do some little posts. So I've got 3 that I do want to build case studies with. And yeah, I'm using that for a cool little thing I'm doing later in the year to kind of show off that case study kind of mentality and everything. So I'm going to be doing that in the next few weeks for sure.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So moving on, Nick, I can't get your website to load for some reason. I'm guessing
I should check on my end.
Yeah. You check on your end and see.
Just in case.
Yeah. Okay. I'm also I feel like we're so screamy today, chat. So I'm sorry. I'm going to turn our volumes down just a little bit. So let us know if that's better. All right. So next one, Nick, this is my zone right here. Make your dream project real. And what we can do here, don't waste your time. Don't ask for permission. Just make it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just go make the thing, try the thing, do the thing, and see what happens with the thing. And if you want help doing this, check this out. So we can go over to our Career Resource Center, and there is a great course that is available for you. All you need to do is go up to your career resources right here. And then it's us too. So if you need
those
anything,
smiling faces.
You can take one of these courses, but you also, this one right here, turn personal projects into dream clients.
Perfect.
Go take this over your break during your reset. Learn a little bit with me. And then if you are done resetting, you can apply for a commission project and get paid by Adobe. There are new sets. So these ones just came in. Design unisex iron-on patches. This is for the Adobe community events. It pays $1,000 and makes a cool, make a cool project. So go take a course, apply for a commission during your reset. Super easy, and you can make a little bit extra money. And again, you can start on your dream project. So
we should add too that so many people over the last 6 months that I've talked to have been mentioning the shortage of passion projects in portfolios that they see. So the 2 or 3 things that maybe help get you the job are in there, but people want to see that little hidden gem, that thing that you get to do without a brief, without a teacher or a boss telling you what to do. And I call it the unbriefed kind of thing. Put your own thing together and make that dream project in there for sure.
Tell a story. So do that during your reset. All right. Next one. Grow a new skill, but be strategic. Nick, talk to us about this one. This is interesting.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is obviously look at what might be missing in your toolbox. For me, it would probably be something like motion or some AI prompting. I could always get better at that. Find something that is missing first. That's being strategic, right? Then pick up that new skill, find out, get a deep dive on it. I've been searching a lot on this idea of using AI to make your AI prompt. That's a new one that I've been like kind of dabbling with and seeing, because I'm seeing the value of better prompting giving me better results, and why not spend that time more wisely. So that's something I've been doing to do that. So look and see what is missing in your toolbox, and that way you are doing something cool. There are tons of ways to get through this too. They're low cost. There's free ones online. There's tons of things that you can find, like in the Career Center that Andrew just showed. So there's really no excuse, I think, in this one.
And it's
right?
free. Yes,
How
I had
about
to
you?
go in and I had to move the
yes.
down to the next line. It was bugging
There
me.
you go. I know.
I think that, yes, learn a new skill, try something new, and try to see how you can expand your creativity. There's always like new ways to grow your creativity and try something new. I have this, like, I bought this thing. It's called a chomp. What's it called? Chomp saw, I think. And it like cuts cardboard. It's like a small little table saw that cuts cardboard. And I've been using it to like do collages with vinyl record covers, like the record slips. And so like try something new. And I love doing collage. I've done digital collage. You have maybe seen my digital collage work. I love doing that stuff. And so bring it into a physical realm is like really cool. And so try something new. Try to like branch out and explore different possibilities, because it will just help you be more creative and grow your creativity.
I've got the fastest and cheapest one that everyone can do.
Talk to us.
We have it right here, showing our fun little Benny. Learn motion in Adobe Express.
Yes, learn motion in Adobe Express, because it's so easy. It's just a couple little clicks, and you can do that. Yay! Woo!
Look at that.
So like, it's so easy to do. Have some fun and go back maybe into old designs that are static and add some motion. Right? And I'm sure that you have work that you could like separate things. Generative fill some backgrounds and then like bring in some motion, move things. It's so easy in Adobe Express. So go play around with that and see if you can learn a new skill. That's such an easy lift of a skill.
Right.
And then you also can check out all the Express challenges at behance.net/challenge/express if you want to learn more about Adobe Express and walk through some little tutorials with our friends.
You know what's kind of cool too? It's a great way, because even though it's the quick little animation thing you can do on there and like, oh, my logo moves now. But when I have to get 2 or 3 motion things together that I've created on there, Adobe Express is that thing that brings it all together in one file. I don't have the time to learn a new app to figure that out. So to me, I'm going to it to build my little motion thing. That's, you showed back in the day where you threw in an overlay of a movie from the assets of Express, and you gave it a very small opacity to add a little texture to it. Where you're like this new motion graphics designer just by messing around with Express. It couldn't be easier.
Yep. And spending a little bit of time learning how to do this can be an upsell to clients, right? If you're doing social media work, you can upsell that and make it so that you have reels now that are animated instead of just having like static design posts. It's so easy. Please go learn it. We're all mad that you don't know already. All right. So next is to fix your online house. This is interesting, Nick. Tell me about this.
Okay, tune up, right?
Yep.
You've got yourself everywhere. I thought of this the other day and I was like, I'm not keeping track of everywhere I've built to either promote my business, promote me, to promote my class, whatever it might be. So every once in a while, make sure you are auditing everything. Your website, your Behance for sure, your LinkedIn, whatever else you use. Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Wherever else you live. Does it still feel like you? I think that's the best question to ask in a lot of these cases. I think in most cases, I still was behind with either putting my new brand or my new color or whatever it might be, or my messaging was not consistent enough. Be sure you're doing that. And I think the second one is your bio and your headshots and your featured work.
Yep.
I think I'm relying so much on those headshots we got done, in 2022?
So long ago.
I believe. Everything. I purposely have them in dated folders because I go back to get those headshots and they're in 2022. And I'm like, okay, it's been 3 years. Maybe it's time for some new headshots. So
Yes.
have a friend take something for you or use your iPhone, whatever it might be. It's just a refresher, right? That's the best way to put it.
Yep, I totally agree. And let's go ahead and play our favorite game that's happening as we go through here.
Uh-oh.
And I think that, what do we call this? Like take our own medicine? Like what?
Oh yeah. Doctor's orders or
Right,
something
yeah.
like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like,
So I am going to go to my LinkedIn profile, like
Okay.
right here, and we're going to take a
Ooh.
look and see, have I been managing the online house that I live in, right? So I think that I manage my Instagram pretty tightly. I think I like don't use X at all, other
I
than
don't
to
see
like.
you pop up on LinkedIn that much, buddy.
Oh no! That's
I think
what
it's time.
Yeah, we're gonna get in trouble. I only use X now to retweet Paddington. That's like the only reason that I have it.
Nice. Love it.
So let's take a look at my LinkedIn. And Nick, you are the master of LinkedIn.
Oh.
Actually, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Wait.
No.
Oh, you know exactly where I'm going.
All of our audio levels are peaking right now. Okay, I'm gonna go to your profile real quick, and we can do a compare and contrast. So you can tell me. Okay, so Nick is like king of LinkedIn. Nick has like a good hold on what to do on LinkedIn. So let's take a look at Nick's.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, we look good here. And we got Nick's. We kind of scroll. We've got a lot of like content here, things going on, some experience. And then let's hop over to mine. And Nick, tell me right now what is messy in my house.
Okay. No header.
No header image. Yep.
Unless that's some new avant-garde design that
Nope,
you did
that's
that I've
it.
never seen
Yeah.
before. Yeah. And it's actually saying like, hey, Andrew, you might want to update your header up here. I would also say the black and white image isn't doing you the best.
Yep.
I'd go full color.
I agree.
I think that would be much better. And as you scroll, I think you have some activity there, which is great. Not seeing any work though, or any visuals.
Okay.
I think the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is you can populate visuals and graphics and uploads so they're there and it's almost like a living and breathing website. You want to show your most active posts, but go above there and you have your highlights, I believe it is.
Featured.
Or featured. You can control of anything you've posted in the past. You could say, I want these pinned to be the first thing people see when they come across my portfolio or my
interesting.
profile, which is great. So you've got all those in there as well. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
Okay.
So thank you, Nick, for
Time for a tune-up.
So, chat, it's time for a tune-up. Go in, update your header photos, update your header images, and do some highlights. Get your LinkedIn in order.
Yeah. And don't forget about copy too. Like wherever you have copy on your website, maybe it's your tone. If you want to change it up, like I know I'll never forget when we did a like portfolio side by side, you said something about I came off too serious. So I purposely reworded a lot of my stuff to be more fun and a little bit more animated. And look what we've done with office hours. Like our whole voices, we were like, we're not serious.
Yes.
Come on.
I feel like
let's change it up.
we found it a little bit better for what the look is. I do love that our mascot is just a trash bin.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. And if you don't get that, chat, welcome to Office Hours.
You will soon find out.
You'll soon find out. We are Adobe Live's
figure it out.
favorite dumpster fire that we always talk about. And so our mascot is Benny. He is the creative dumpster fire. Yeah. And he just hangs out. I think we need to develop more of a story for him.
Yeah.
At some point.
Wasn't there a line we had a really good line where it's like it's not mess, it's like it's just a recycled idea.
Yes, it's not progress if it's not a mess or something like that.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, so next up, very easy one, and Benny's gonna actually help us with this one, and it is plug into Creative Community. And what's a great place to plug into Creative Community? Hey Benny, where could they go? There we go.
There he is.
Discord.gg/ACC. What a great place to find community here in Office Hours. We've been going for a long time. We have a great community. We have a lot of friends. Hopefully you're in chat saying hi. But it's a really easy way to find community. Nick, what other ways can we find community?
All right. best thing to do, look locally, find a design meetup. Maybe it's even just a business meetup. Your Chamber of Commerce is a great way to go. One thing I love about that is don't think it has to be a creative only meetup. In fact, sometimes the non-creative ones, you'll be the only creative there, and talk about an advantage. Your Discord, like we mentioned as well, live stream chats, you guys are all showing up here episode after episode, or do a group challenge. I know a lot of my students kind of keep in touch, especially over summertime, because they're like so kind of like freaked out over like no more school and trying to find a job. They've been doing like group design challenges just over Slack, and they get on Zoom and have some fun with it. So this is the stuff that this second line tells you everything. If you don't see one, start one.
Just make it
like
up.
Yeah, don't wait for it to be the perfect one, because every city, every location, everybody has a challenge, right? I think even here in LA, sometimes people think we have this insane creative community, and I think it rather is like lackluster. Like, you got to find them, and when you do, it might not be the right people or whatever it might be. So if you don't see it, make one.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
100%. And if you want to find one and you can't seem to find one, you can look near you by going to events.adobe.com, and it will show you all of the events that are upcoming at Adobe. So these are all the Adobe events, Summit, London, all that stuff. But if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see all of the upcoming events. And these are creative circles. They are creative cafes. We've got create nows, lots of create things happening.
Just create blank.
Just create blank. So Long Beach, Los Angeles. Nick and I are both going to be at both of these.
Yes.
So come hang out with us if you are in the greater LA area. We've got Bristol coming up. Let's see. And look, there's like 18 of these. Milwaukee, St. Louis, Milwaukee, Los Angeles photography, Chicago, Denver, Boston.
Amazing.
There's so much coming up here. So if you want to come to one of these events or don't know how to find your community, events.adobe.com. Help.
Oh,
gosh.
That's the best. I mean, everybody who's gone to those ones has like said, when's the next one? And has made such good connections. The San Diego one was a few weeks ago. Again, made so many good connections with people. I just love that that's just ever building. And it's really, again, it's really up to you. So don't wait for it. Go out and find it.
Yep, 100%. All right, on to the next one. And this is a good one. Put yourself out there.
Hey.
This is a good one. It's always good to just try and market yourself a little bit more. I think that during my reset over the next few weeks, I think that I'm going to be posting some work. I had a whole bunch of work that I was sitting on and have not posted, like case studies or work in, like I have a lot of projects, and I think I want to put some of it out there and show off just to like get some chops of like, I can design stuff still and put it in there. I've done a lot of content over the last few years, and so I want to put out some other work that I was doing on the side that maybe people haven't seen. So here are some things that you can do. Pitch yourself to a podcast or submit work on a blog, or to get like an award. I think awards are made up and they don't matter. Nick, do you have a different opinion on that?
No, totally the same.
Okay.
But I would also suggest that if you are in something that might already do this and it doesn't cost you to be a part of it, there is some recognition that could come out of it. I know some people do kind of like think that's a good thing to have, extra chops, whatever it might be. But more importantly, just submitting yourself somewhere else. Like you said, you have all this work you want to promote. Don't just think of putting it out there on social media or on your website. Pitch it to someone.
Yep.
Is there something online that would die to have you as a guest to be like, yes, come and talk about that. We are all about passion projects or whatever it might be. So there are these cool ways to think about it that aren't just like the virtual way.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100%. Offering to lead local workshops, speak at online panels. I have just started talking to the art museum that's near us. They're going to start like a elementary arts program, and they want to teach like some Photoshop and Illustrator. And I'm like, yes. So one of the art people hit me up. One of the art people, I don't know, people that work at art galleries are just art people. One of the art people had seen that I'd done education and videos and stuff. And they're like, hey, do you want to come teach? I'm like, yes, 100%. Let's go. Let's do some stuff. That'd be so fun to like reinvest in the community. And visibility leads to opportunity. Boost your confidence as a creative pro. I think this is the number one thing that we hear hear from people when I am working on resources is that people want to learn about confidence. And the best way to grow confidence is to just be confident and try something. And if you want more confidence, I believe that today there is a new course going live with Jeremy Slagle, one of our good friends, good friend of the show, good friend of Nick, good friend of mine. And Jeremy Slagle did a whole course about creative confidence. And it walks through some areas where he's had to develop confidence, how you can develop your confidence, and then how you can create out of a space of confidence and not kind of have that imposter syndrome or be nervous. So go check that out. Again, behance.net/resources. That course is there for you with our friend Jeremy. All right, moving right along. Put yourself out there. Just try something new. Rejection therapy, right, is what they call it. Like, try to get something and have somebody tell you no, because like they just say no. It doesn't matter.
You're seeing everybody else do it. Why can't you do it?
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And here's a good one that I think maybe we haven't talked about enough on this show, and that is reconnect with past clients. I think this is interesting. Nick, how do we do this, and why is this important?
Oh, my favorite way is to already be connected with them, either Instagram, LinkedIn for sure, right? And let's say a project has passed and everything's said and done and great. And then you see them kind of posting something about that or whatever. Your chance there is to chime in and do that check-in. How's everything going? Just as, you know, this looks great. I'm glad to see you guys still keeping this, blah, 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 whatever it is. I would even go as far as saying, like, do you need anything else design-wise until maybe you've broken through and you have a new conversation with them. Then you can kind of end with that call to action. But I think this is something to just do naturally, maybe 4 to 5 months or whatever it might be. Maybe you have your own time period. But I just did that with someone without even thinking, and it was on LinkedIn, and 5 minutes later, they had sent an email going, I'm so glad you reached out. It made me remember there's something we need to talk about for a new project. So what was that? 20 seconds of my time?
Yep.
You know,
100%. Yep. Just check in and be like, hey, how's it going? I have a client that I made some puzzles with back in the day. I'm trying to think of clients that like I've worked with that I'm like, oh, it'd be so fun to do another one of those. Like, that I did some puzzles back in the day. That was super fun. I did a makeup palette that I'd love to do another design on that was really fun. I'd love to do a book cover. And like, these are all things that like you probably have a connection or someone to talk to about these things. Just reach out to them and see like, hey, I think it'd be really cool to do this. Wanted to see if you had any interest or any connections or any referrals. Like, reach out, grow that network. And that's where it comes back to what we just talked about is plugging into community. Getting community might not be like the person you need at that moment, but it at least is going to put you in the sphere of that person so that when you get here, you can reconnect with someone that you've met from the past and hopefully like reach out for some more work or just to get connected, see how things are going and see if they need anything.
Yeah, you're top of mind now, which is great. One thing I did a few weeks ago was created social media posts for myself for a brand that had just finished. And what I did was before I posted it, I reached out to the client and said, by the way, I'm building some unique stuff for my own social media use. Would you care to have access to it to use it for yourself? And I thought that was that's going to happen anyways, but I figured wording it that way made it sound like, oh, what a great benefit we're getting from Nick. He's going to give me those assets. And so they're already using it too, but that's just another great way. Like maybe it might be something from the past, like you were saying, your puzzle one. What if or the games, what if you did something now for it and tag them? Wouldn't they love that?
Yep.
That's great.
100%. I'm going into here because I wanted to show you the next thing that we want to talk about is creating passive income. And I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys, this is going to be fun. Passive income. This is the next thing that we're going to talk about is creating passive income. And here's some options that you can do. Turn your design expertise into products, templates, fonts, mockups, online courses, all easy to do. Gumroad, Create a Market, Etsy. You can sell on Behance now. If you want to sell goods, there's also a place on Behance.
All with no upfront.
Right? I should put my stuff on Behance.
I put a free one up to test the waters on there, and it's really good. So
Okay.
the next time I do one where I want to put maybe a small price tag to it, I feel more confident because I've done one for free.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah,
so
it feels weird.
Small wins add up and open doors for greater greater creative independence.
So true.
Here is what I'm going to show you, chat, is however long ago. Let me see if I actually have a date for you to tell you.
Ooh,
okay, so in 2016, I created some fonts. So this is like 10 years ago. I created some fonts and I made the fonts and put them up on Creative Market, right? And I didn't promote them. I just let them sit there. I do like the cover images or whatever and have just let them sit there and have not promoted them in those 10 years. And in those 10 years, which again, this is not great, but it'll show you that it works. We made $2,000 in those 10 years. And so it's pretty cool to see that
without even trying. Really.
I made the fonts and I put them up and they have a sale, $22. Like I make like probably 10, 15 bucks a month on just random sales. But like, even at that, that's enough to like buy Chipotle, to pay for my Hulu streaming, to have something a little bit extra. It's passive income, right? 15 bucks a month is 15 bucks a month.
Dare I say the door's open and all you got to do now is do another one or something else or re-promote it in a little way. Most of the hard work is kind of finished.
Yep, 100%. Yeah. And even at that, creating passive income, yes, is great. And then you have something to do for giveaway. So if you, chat, have ever won, we like spun wheels or we've given away prizes, I've probably given you that font pack. Yeah, 100%. Because I have the files. They just sit there. I made them like 10 years ago. And then it's something that you can use as promotion. Maybe if you're meeting someone or you're going to an event, hey, check this out. I have some free online resources for you that you can have. And then you have that as like something to give away, to share, which is really cool. So go out there, make a font, make some templates, do something and put it up as a template or as a passive income kind of seller. I think it's a really, really easy thing to do.
A font would be a great challenge. I still, to this day, even my niece said the other day, she saw my writing and she's like, Uncle Nick, why haven't you made a font? And I'm like, you're right. Why have I not
making
made a
fonts
font?
is so fun because it's so like in the details. It just makes me really, really happy when I get to do fonts.
I think I appreciate really good typography so much that I'm like, I'm not in that realm, but like I want to do the funky weird one.
That's what I love doing. I love doing display fonts. It's like, it's all caps.
Rebellious.
It's weird. It's crazy. You'll use it for like 1 or 2 posters. And I'm like, like throw me $5 and you can have all these crazy letters that are going to give you like a ton of personality.
That's great.
Yes. All right. So this is one that is very relevant to us here. Our next step in our summer reset is to rebrand yourself if you've outgrown the old one.
Ooh, and know the wisdom to know the difference.
Yes, 100%.
Have you outgrown it? Like you should. You're going to be the best judge of that. Like just looking at everything, I think I've met so many designers that have this great work. They have this great personality. They're awesome one-on-one. But then I say to them, I'm like, I don't feel that from your brand.
Yep.
That's a missing link, I think, sometimes. And I think in most cases, don't you feel like you need to hear this from a trusted creative rather than like, I was guilty of it.
Yes. I think 100% it is something that you need someone to tell you to like move on, to change things and to like kind of reset stuff.
Yeah. I know. I think everyone should. Okay, it doesn't have to just be a rebrand. We can call it a refresh.
Yeah.
That's a safer way to say it.
Zhuzh.
Yeah. Like, is there something you want to change to it or whatever? But one thing I would say is if you're happy with it, another thing you can do that falls under this one is just to make sure it's cohesive and consistent in every platform. I see a lot of inconsistencies with branding or self-branding from one platform to the next. So now that we have this, I feel so much more confident that everything we produce is going to have this look because it's all set in stone. We got it in a library. We got it in a brand on Express. So it's really good confidence.
Yep, 100%. Chat, I need somebody to please tell us how to spell zhuzh. I need to know. I need to know what that is. That's all I could think about was I said it, and I was like, "How do you spell zhuzh? Like zhuzh something."
It's a spellless word.
Yeah, it's like J-U zhuzh.
Zhuzh.
Okay, so the next thing that we can do, and Nick, you actually just went through this. Let's take a look at your website again. Hold on,
Okay.
hold on to.
It should work. I got it to work.
Okay, we got
to
it.
work.
Okay, we're here.
There we go.
Actually, let's
All
do
right.
this real quick. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nick, I still can't click on things.
What?
Why not?
What is going on? Should I try to share it?
I don't know. Why is it
see.
bogged? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it. Chat. It
No.
might look weird for a second. Hold, please,
Give
chat.
me
Okay,
one second.
Let me go here. That's so interesting.
Let's see. Come on now. Where's my site? Should be here somewhere. There we go.
All right, chat. Everybody hold on. We're going to try to have Nick share real quick and see what this looks like. Our cameras are probably going to go away. We're going to do, hold on, chat. I can fix this. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're going to get you ready, Nick. We're going to be here. Everyone, think about in your hearts this being this point. Okay. Are you ready to share your screen, Nick?
Totally ready.
Okay, Nick is sharing his screen. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're bidding approved. Oh, there's so much going on in the scene. Okay, wait, we did it. Okay, it was totally set up, chat. Look at us.
Is it there?
Look at us go. Yes, except Benny jumped in, but other than that, great. Yeah. Okay, so Nick, what project are we going to take out of your portfolio?
Okay, so if we go to work here, one thing I started doing was putting in these video backgrounds. Of course, they're not playing. I will try to redo this and see if it works. Yeah, they're not playing. But I'm going to go all the way down here. And there's a little project that just stayed here forever called the Sinatra one.
Yes. Okay.
It's time to go.
We talked about this forever ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us why this is not a good project that needs to go. Why does this need to get removed from your portfolio during your summer reset?
Relevancy, number one. This is no longer something I would maybe do, but I'm not getting requests for anything as unique as this one. This was creating an entire line of Sinatra licensed products at Macy's. So it would be everything from men's line, luggage, clothing, ties, you name it. And then it had a unique little tie-in with Gillette as well. And it just, to me, is dated. I think the look and feel of it is of its time. It's probably about 11 years old. And I just think it's one of those things that it's not doing me any good. And what it actually can be doing is a little harm. It could actually be confusing someone because everything else on my site is so driven towards food and beverage and restaurant that could that be something that really kind of like confuses them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And
yeah.
I say this because I'm not mean. I'm not trying to be mean. It feels like a student project. Like
it does,
the project itself, not the work. Like the work is good, but it feels like something that I would see in like, I did like a campaign for Macy's, which you actually did, which is cool. But I think it just feels so dated that like it brings down the rest of your work. Everything else here feels so modern and current and fresh, and like in the context and the way that you present and tell stories now is so real and physical, and you get to see things in the space, and that's very like mock-up driven, and I think that's what pushes it to that student zone. And like
that was all Photoshop and like not really professionally like crafted. I also knew my audience, and it was a very quick project. But I never went back and made it better, and that's my advice to anybody I tell. So we're taking it out.
Can we go to Billy's real quick? At the top. So I want to show, and this is a good thing for those of you that are building portfolios or revising portfolios. We can see here, right? Even right off the bat, this is a wall with people in a space, right? I am now sitting in this space, and now Nick is able to take me on that journey. And you can see all these images are setting the context, that none of it is like digital mock-up. And Nick, behind the scenes, how much of this is like actual photos of the things versus like generations or mock-ups? How much of it is actual photos versus mock-ups?
Oh, this is 100% actual photos.
Okay.
Every single thing in here. Yep.
I think
it shows. Yep. It really shows.
Yep. And I think go ahead.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, like if I was to do this version on the right here, it would look so polished and so crisp. Here, you could see a lot of it's out of focus because that's the natural way the photo took it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then even here, having the real food, the real bags, the real outside. This isn't the fake sign. This is actually real. Even the colors we chose for the patio seats. But there's not a single mock-up in here. Everything is 100% real.
Yep. And I think that is like immediately we both looked at that earlier Macy's campaign, right? And we both were kind of just like it just didn't like fit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that we talk about so much on this show is making sure you have the context for what the story is that you're telling.
I will say on that one, I was being hired to do a lot of pitch work.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what that was. That was to make it a reality. Like it had to be made up because it didn't exist. And I think that's what a cool thing to think of now is like, does pitch become a little bucket where I can put the best of things that I've done as pitches to be in there, and it doesn't need to be a full case study of one particular product.
That's interesting. Yeah. Of just like, concepts and pitches. And I think
that's
that
coming
helps
back
to
a lot.
sell, it helps to sell how you think and how you work and what your creative process is. We talk about that a lot. And that like helps to sell that and really like develop your creative process.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So
perfect.
We have like a couple things. We have a couple more slides to do, a couple more things to talk about. And if we have time at the end, I do want to jump into one more thing that we haven't done yet. All this looks good and amazing with our new look, and we're slowly rebuilding on it. But we haven't done a new thumbnail. And so I want to explore maybe what a new thumbnail could look like.
I was thinking of that earlier today.
Yes, because that's the only thing that's like missing that I'm like, oh, we haven't done a thumbnail. Okay, so let's do this one, our very last point, and then we have some kind of like speed round questions to talk through. Make space to explore in your summer reset. Take new risks. Like if you're not, if you are risk adverse, try to take a new risk, right? If you're scared of something or you're like, oh, I can't take that risk, ignore that one and find a new one and just take it. Don't think about it. Just take a risk on something new. Try a new medium, try to collaborate with somebody that is like a new person. Make weird stuff. This is I love making weird stuff. It's my favorite.
That's a good one.
I was going to grab it. Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, that makes me so sad. I just got a weird thing. Oh, I thought it was in my office, but I think I cleaned my office this weekend, so I probably took it out. I got a weird thing, and it's been fair. I'll show you in a future week, chat.
Okay.
But
cool.
I'm trying to make more weird stuff. I actually, right before the stream, found a new antique store in my neighborhood right downtown that sells like weird oddities and like bones and skulls and teeth and like weird stuff. And so I'm like, ooh, I want to make some weird, creepy stuff. And so, just try something new.
I love it.
I think it's always good.
That's good.
And why do we do this, Nick?
It keeps the creative juices flowing, number one.
Yep.
But I think also it gives you some confidence that you could take that same risk with a actual client or your job later down the road because you've done it for yourself.
Yep, 100%. And it gives you permission to be curious. I think a lot of us get bogged down in just like doing this stuff and not able to be curious. And so if you need permission, here's your
giving
permission.
It to you.
Hi, it's me, Andrew, and that's Nick. And we give you permission to go be curious. Just ignore your project for a day and go try something.
Don't damage anything.
Don't don't break anything.
If it's due tomorrow, don't take a day off.
Yeah.
But you know what we're saying.
Be responsibly curious. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
So
after hours, you can do whatever you want.
After hours, after office hours.
Oh, there you go.
Here's the thing. There's no streams after us. I think that's true. There's no streams after us. So like,
do it
right now. Do it in 12 minutes from right now. 12 minutes, you have start the clock, and then you're going to go do the thing that you need to do. Okay, let's go into a little bit of a speed round. And let's do a recap real quick, Nick. So for people that are trying to do their summer reset, what is a good recap, overarching ideal to take into thinking, how do we even know if we need a reset?
I think everyone does. I think it'd be foolish to say there's nothing you could be doing right now to improve, your kind of work, your presence, your process, your time, your balance, all that good stuff, right? I think it's a lot like spring cleaning. You got to find parts of the year that could be that time, and summer is just perfect for it because I think everyone's either got summer vacation or slow times. This is a perfect time to do it.
Yep, 100%. And there was a show that was after us. I didn't know this. Our friends of Good Type were doing a show right after us. How did I not know this?
The licensing one.
Yeah. And it hasn't been every week, but they've been kind of bouncing in and out. But if that ever happens again, our friends at Good Type are doing, go back and watch those replays, chat.
Perfect.
But as of right now, there is no one after us after the show. So you now have
permission.
10
and time.
10 minutes and 35 seconds.
Start counting down.
Start counting down to go do the thing that you're going to do. Okay. So let's hop in. Let's talk through a little bit of a speed round, and we can maybe do this as like a broader conversation between us two. I also love these colors that we're using. Just in general, vibrant. Like for all of the Office Hours brand, I really like these colors. They're fun.
Yeah.
All right. So let's put on our thinking caps, chat. We want you to be chatting away. This is how you chat. We chat this way. You guys chat this way. So Nick, speed round. What is one thing you're removing from your portfolio this summer? We've already done this. Chat.
We've done this, this part. But now, what are you doing too, as well? You know yours. I know mine.
Yep.
This is just a great thing. I think we've already identified it, but I could probably find one more. To be honest with you, I'll be looking.
Yes, I think so too, and I think that you know what? I'm gonna pick another one. You know, and I'm going to find. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to change out a project in my portfolio. So I have a project that I have in like a separate portfolio that I send out that's just in like Google Slides that probably should be in Express. But I have a separate portfolio that's more for like professional branding things. And so let me find it.
Ooh, you can bring that one over there.
Yes. I think that earlier in the show, if you didn't see us, this is my portfolio. It's a lot of crazy work on my website. And the thing that I wanted to take out was this work here because it felt a little bit too corporate and not enough story for me. And even as you scroll through here, you can see like there's a lot of like there's good branding system happening. There's photography, which probably my photography should come out, but I like it a lot. This is a design by Jack Surfboards that this design got stolen off my website and printed on a bunch of shirts.
Say it loud.
Yeah,
say it loud.
Which I got one of. I went to their store and I got one, which is great. And they're ghosting me. So, hey, Jack Surfboards, you want to chat? Hit me up. Okay.
Sorry, or feel free to mention it to them as well, everybody.
Yeah, 100%. Feel free to tag them. And so I'd take this out and then I would replace it with this project, which I think we've looked at before, is I did this branding for a school. And the idea was that it was going to be like this school extension of an organization. And it's mock-ups. And I think that this is probably 2 hours away from being a really great case study.
I see what you're saying.
Right?
Just adding a little bit of refreshness to it.
That it has the work here. I love this little animation of the bouncing O. Like to me, it has the story, it has the personality, it has a little bit more of a story to tell that I think I could build out pretty easily. And so I think this is the one that I would put in there that's not in there right now. In this branding portfolio, I think this is a trash project. I wanted to put this in here to be like, look at how I sketched and then what it turned into. And I think that's cool, but like, this shouldn't be in a portfolio. This project, I love this project. I love this treatment of kind of doing, but I think that I would take that out. What else is in here? I think that I would build this out more. So like, I think there's a lot of work that like, if you have it and you understand how to tell a story a little bit better, then maybe go revise it. Take stuff out.
That's a good point.
And especially if you have different versions of your portfolio like I do, or different like types of work that you're trying to present, go figure out how to present that in the right places at the right time in the right way.
I like that.
Because I think, Nick, you have a pretty focused like type of work. And I think that some people maybe have photography and illustration and design. If you have that, figure out how to curate it and tell that story of what you do and what you'd get hired for a little bit better.
Totally agree. Love it.
Okay, next question. Here we go. Dream personal project. Dream.
Personal project you still haven't done.
There we go. Go. Nick, any dream personal projects come to mind? In chat, put yours in the chat, please.
I will say, I've always wanted to do a LA-based creative meetup, and I am doing it. So yes.
Wait, when? How? What?
I'll give you all the details. July 15th is going to be the first one.
Nick, no, I'm not in the country.
Oh, you're out of town.
I hate it.
It's monthly though. It's monthly.
Okay, if it's monthly, then we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Yes, please send us the info. We'll talk about it on office hours. We'll promote on Adobe channel, all that stuff.
Yeah. So just like I said earlier, LA doesn't really have the best, and I thought everybody I know keeps saying I wish someone would do one, and so as a personal project, I want to do this.
I love that. For me, I have always wanted to do an album cover or a movie poster. Yeah. And so I think that even if it's like an indie movie or something, I'd love to do an indie poster. So if anybody is in production or releasing an indie film, please hit me up. I want to do a poster so bad. And so I think I want to start doing more of those because I think it's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's
What's
cool.
next?
That's my personal project. Chat, let us know what your personal projects are and what you want to do. Next up, we have... What skill are you most curious to learn this year?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Trying to think of something really, really creative on this one. Not just an app or a new, discipline.
Yeah.
What skill are you? I want to get better at organization.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
I like that.
And I think that's something, look, remember we said be strategic with it? Yeah, this isn't strategic.
Yes, we all just have our Post-its strewn across.
So, see, it doesn't have to be a power skill that you're going to sell to a client. I think clients get the best of me if I'm organized. So there's a way to make it relevant.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think that's a good one. I think I want to improve... I think I want to go back and make some more fonts. It's been a long time since I made fonts. And I love type, so I need to go back and learn some of the programs that I used to make fonts aren't relevant anymore or don't work. And so I need to find a new or use a new means. But I think creating type is really fun for me. And maybe chat will see a new font coming out here soon. I don't know. We'll give it a try. I think that's my call on there. All right.
Perfect.
Speed round. Next one. One small change that totally upgraded your online presence.
Ooh, one small change.
I think that I stopped being so valuable I used to curate my Instagram so hard, and now I kind of just post like that it's not necessarily just post something. If you want to post. If you don't want to post, don't post anything. But if you have it, you're like, oh, I have a thing to say, just record something and post it. There's no reason to curate as tightly as some of us do.
Yeah. I would say I purposely have made LinkedIn more to promote me as a expert, a mentor, more than designer sometimes. And that has been a good change. The things I'm getting outreach for, the things that I'm being contacted for are exactly what I wanted. And that all came from a very small change in just the way I presented myself on LinkedIn.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
A little creative coach kind of thing?
Everything. Just more in that realm of, you could talk the industry. You could be hired for your view or your, I think from teaching, that's helped out a lot too. So it's more like that. And that's more what I want to do and do less design.
Yep.
So,
all right,
put it out there.
What's something fun and creative you've made just for you lately?
Oh gosh,
I haven't done this in a little while either.
Yeah, I think I'm lacking here a little bit.
Yeah,
that's a good one. What something fun and creative you've made just for you?
I have some photography on film that I need to go develop that I've taken, but that's it. Chat, we need to do more stuff just for us. And our last two questions, these are for chat. in chat. We'll answer them too, but they're for you. What's one project you've been putting off that you finally want to start this summer, big or small?
Tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us about it in chat and let us know what you want to see. We're going to give you enough time.
Because we will follow up with you.
Yes, we will follow up with you. Wade is going to take a screenshot, or the mod, whoever's the mod, is going to take a screenshot and post it in the Discord. Or just
and this
post
is
it
the
in the
perfect,
Discord.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to do it too. Like we were saying, like if you have a little extra wiggle room or time because of something not in your schedule during summer, put it right there in Discord.
Yeah, put it right there in Discord.
Please let us know.
And the last thing, with like a minute left, if you could rebrand yourself in one sentence, what would it say? Ooh, this is a good one to do in chat right now. You have 2 minutes till the next show starts. Oh, there's no show. You have 2 minutes until the stream changes over. But go and put in chat, how would you rebrand yourself in one sentence? And if you want to, as always, you can put it in the Discord down there. Thank you, Benny, so much.
Hey.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We will not be here next week. Adobe is shut down all next week, so we will not see you next week. And then you may not see me the week after. I'm leaving the country, but we'll figure that out when the time comes.
Solo show.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Nick's going to be taking over. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And we will see you. I'll see you in like...
next year.
A while? Yeah, you're not going to see me for a little while, chat. I may pop in from overseas. We'll see what happens. So we will see you another time here on Adobe Office Hours. Bye, everybody.
Bye.